was used on New Year's Eve. A ball on top of England's Royal Observatory in Greenwich was dropped at 1 p.m. every day starting in 1833 to help ship captains coordinate their navigation equipment. Similar balls were set up in coastal areas around the world. Okay, sorry. My bad. It was bothering me. I'm so embarrassed. But I don't make my bed, okay? It's just not a thing that I do as an adult woman, okay? Anyway, number 3. The first Times Square New Year's party was thrown for a newspaper. The annual tradition of gathering in Times Square for New Year's started as a party to celebrate the opening of the New York Times building in 1904, and over 200,000 people attended. Number 4. Though the parties raged on, there wasn't a ball drop until 1907. Fireworks were previously used to welcome the new year, but they were banned because of burning embers were falling on the crowd. A ball being lowered on a flagpole was a safer bet. Number 5. It's been a spectacle every year since, except for during World War II. Wartime restrictions put the tradition on pause in 1942 and 1943. Times Square revelers observed a moment of silence at midnight instead. Number 5. Nope, we're on number 6. My bad. The Times Square ball's weight has yo-yoed. The original ball was made from 700 pounds of wood and iron. It was later reduced to just 400 pounds of wrought iron before they switched to an aluminum frame in 1955. The now 11,870 pound ball didn't get its new look and materials until the millennium when Waterford partnered with Philips Lighting to create a shimmery LED display. Number 7. Waterford comes up with a new ball pattern every year. This sphere is made up of 2,688 crystal triangles and has over 32,000 lights. It also displays over 16 million something. I don't remember what it was supposed to say. Maybe like sparkles. This is what happens when I cut and paste and I don't type it up. But 32,000 lights, man, that's a lot of lights. Number 8. 2,000 pounds of confetti are also dropped in Times Square on New Year's Eve. That's a lot. Number 9. Instead of a ball, Miami, Florida rings in the new year with an orange. The raising of Mr. Neon, the 35-foot sunglass-clad metal orange, has been a tradition for over 30 years. I just keep thinking about that orange that like wears the sunglasses. And I don't love it. Oh my god. I'm just realizing now that you can see my shoes in the corner. I told y'all I need to clean my room. And have I gotten to it yet? No. Number 10. Well, over in Key West, Florida, a drag queen descends in a shoe. The female impersonator named Sushi is lowered from a bar rooftop in a giant red high-heeled shoe. This has been happening since 1996. I should have Googled this or YouTubed it because I would love to see that. Number 11. Hershey, Pennsylvania drops a giant kiss to ring in the new year. Other Pennsylvanian towns have traditions that play off of their names. In Mechanicsburg, they drop a wrench. In Dillsburg, they drop a pickle, etc., etc. It's been a couple of weeks since I've read these. I forgot about that one. Number 12. The New Year's kiss started with the Romans. Although things got a little friskier back then, ancient Romans are credited with the kissing tradition because of their Saturnalia festival. It was colors will supposedly bring good fortune in the coming year. It is also considered the color of fertility, so for those hoping to conceive, it's considered double as lucky. Number 17. Grapes are also supposedly lucky. Spanish households carry on the tradition of scarfing down 12 grapes in the first 12 seconds of the new year. The grapes represent each month of the year. Rumor has it that this whole thing started as a marketing tactic for winemakers looking to sell more grapes in the winter. Number 18. And so are pork and black-eyed peas. The fattiness of pork symbolizes wealth, and the peas are believed to bring good fortune because they swell when cooked, which is why they're both popular foods to eat on New Year's Eve. And number 19. But stay away from lobster and chicken. Lobster and chicken are both considered bad luck foods according to superstition. If because of a lobster's ability to move backward and chicken's ability to scratch itself backwards, if you eat either on New Year's, you won't be able to move forward. Number 20. Round or ring-shaped foods have special meaning. Incorporating a round food into your New Year's meal symbolizes that the year has come full circle. Number 21. Ancient Babylonians celebrated New Year's in March. The New Year used to coincide with the arrival of spring. A 12-day festival called Akitu, it's A-K-I-T-U, so I don't know, marked the occasion, which was more about praying than it was about finding a midnight kiss. My best midnight kiss story from New Year's is really funny. I was like 15 and I went to my first like high school party with my sister for New Year's. Maybe I was younger, maybe I was like 13, 14, but I was just young and I wanted to go to this party, and so my older sister took me and my twin. We went to the party. She took us to the party. This was the first time we got to go, and like my dad had to pick us up at like 1 a.m. Like it was like this whole thing because it was like such a big deal. But I remember this weird guy. It wasn't weird. I was just like I wasn't into boys miss out on the Estonian practice of eating 7, 9, or 12 meals on the eve of New Year. They believe that eating that many meals will give them the strength of that many people in the year that follows. I think that's kind of cute, but not great for the stomach. You'd need to go hang out with the Romans and use the vomitorium, I think. So, number 30. Finnish people have a weird tradition which goes by the name Molly Batomancy. This is all about telling fortunes. A small amount of lead is melted in a small pan using a small stove. The melted metal is then thrown into a bowl full of cold water. The liquid metal solidifies, and the resulting shape of the solid metal is then analyzed in candlelight to tell the fortune of a person in the coming year. Seems a bit risque for me, a little dangerous, but could be fun. Number 31. People of Denmark practice throwing dishes at the doorsteps of other people. This is believed to bring many new friends to the person on whose doorstep the dishes are thrown. I would be so mad. Who cleans up the dishes? I mean, like, thanks for washing me, friends. That's very kind of you. But then my porch is just covered in dishes that are broken. And what if I step on it and I got my butt? And that's not really the start of the new year that I would be looking for. So, number 32. Denmark also has a custom of making an evening meal ending with kransekage. I cannot say it. This is actually the name of a dessert, which is actually a cone-shaped cake with a steep slope. The cake is then decorated with flags and firecrackers. Alright, I can get behind that. Number 33. Then we have Japan, where the bells in Buddhist temples are rung 108 times. They do this to welcome the god of New Year known as Toshigami. I think that's probably close. Number 34. Talk of Greek traditions and you'll find cremita, or onions, hanging on their doors. They hang the onions on their doors on New Year's Eve, wishing their children's goodwill. And number 35. Greeks also have the tradition of breaking pomegranates right at their doorsteps. This tradition is believed to bring good luck and prosperity. I am impressed if they're doing this with their bare hands. It is so hard to get into a pomegranate. So, leave it to the Greeks. Number 36. New Year's Eve has a special name in Belgium. It is known as Sint Sylvester Veranvond. People in this country toast with customary champagne, and children write letters to godparents or parents on the day of New Year. It's interesting, honestly. Number 37. Japanese eat long noodles on New Year. Long noodles signify long life. Number 38. In Portugal, Hungary, Austria, and Cuba, pork is standard New Year food, and it signifies prosperity and progress. I found it very interesting that so many places eat specific food for like good luck and all of that. I didn't know that that was really a thing. We don't really have anything in Canada that we do other than drink alcohol. So, that's all I'm saying. Number 39. For ancient Greeks, flooding of the Nile every year marked the beginning of the new year. Number 40. By popping open a bubbly bottle is how many people celebrate the new year. In America alone, during the holiday season, 360 million glasses of sparkling wine are consumed every year. Yes, that's more. That's more. I relate to that one. That's all I'm saying. Number 41. The most common New Year's resolutions include quitting smoking, losing weight, staying healthy and fit, saving more money, and to get more organized. I personally used to make resolutions like this, and now I try to change the wording a bit more, like doing more things for myself or setting myself up for better success. Those sorts of things. Just changing it so it doesn't seem so set in stone and so scary, and it's more achievable in my opinion. Anyway, number 42. Most English-speaking speakers traditionally sing the song and was first published in 1796. See, I know I didn't say that right. Do I have some Scottish in my background, in my blood? Yeah, but I can't pronounce anything. But anyways, it was published in 1796 by poet Robert Burns in the book titled Scott's Musical Museum. The translation is old long since and actually means time goes by. Old long time. Yeah, alright, number 43. Number 43. The Dutch people launch fireworks and burn Christmas tree bonfires on the street during New Year's Eve. The reason they do this is that burning Christmas tree bonfires signify purging the old, and launching fireworks refer to welcoming the new. Number 44. America has another pretty popular New Year tradition, which is known as the Rose Ball. The tradition started back in 1890, featuring the Rose Parade in California's Pasadena. The parade features floats festooned with 18 million flowers. Pretty. Did they do it this year? I don't remember. Was it like 2 weeks ago? Yeah, but I don't know. Number 45. In Australia's Sydney Harbour, the shoreline stretching 40 miles is crowded by more than 1 million people just for watching the fireworks show. 46. In Japan, Buddhist temples, they ring the bells 108 times, already said this, but it symbolizes and gets rid of the 108 types of human weaknesses. I didn't know there was 108 types of human weaknesses. That would be interesting to know. I probably have like 106 of them, so. Number 47. In parts of Italy, people welcome in the New Year's by tossing old things out of their windows. By tossing out the old, they make room for new and lucky things to enter their household and lives in the coming year. I'm noticing that a lot of New Year's Eve, New Year's traditions are very dangerous. People just throwing things. Objects that shouldn't be thrown. Dishes, things out the window, fireworks. Something to think about. Number 48. Enjoying a glass of champagne is a common New Year's tradition, originally popularized in the court of Louis the 15th, my bad, Louis the 15th. The associations with wealth and royalty trickled down to the middle classes as a form of aspirational drinking. Over time, bubbly became associated with celebration, and in the 19th century, newspapers began to associate champagne with holiday family gatherings. By the 20th century, champagne became a must for New Year's Eve and is now a staple of New Year's celebrations. I feel like it's kind of going out of style sometimes, but I will say it's absolutely delightful. And if you're not drinking your champagne out of a champagne flute, you are truly missing out on a lot of things in life. 49. The first countries to celebrate New Year's are those located immediately west of the international date line, the island nations of Samoa, Tonga, and Kiribati. Like I said before, ring in the New Year a full 14 hours before the UK does. I think that's so fun, and I'm all just like, but don't forget, we constructed time. It's not even real, so it's okay. And last, but certainly not least, we have number 50. New Year's Eve is often celebrated with fireworks and noisemakers. In ancient times, fire and noise were said to dispel evil spirits and bring good luck. Fireworks were invented by the Chinese, and they are credited with linking them to New Year's celebrations. So that's everything. I do actually hope that everybody has had a really good start to their year, and they're putting in some work. I know 2021 has not been the best. It's just been more continuation of 2020, and I really hope things start to look up. I know that a lot of people in my personal life are struggling a little bit right now because everything is just like so much. So I hope that you guys are all doing okay. Just know that I think it's gonna be over in a little while. We just have to hold on a little bit longer. And quite honestly, I know that things seem really bad right now in a lot of places, but it could be worse. So I know that maybe wasn't very inspirational, but I just want you guys to know that I'm here for you if you ever just need to leave a comment about like something stressing you out. I've been really bad at replying lately, and I'm sorry about that. I've tried